Hello, my name is Angelo, and today I'm going to interview Carlos Gutierrez related to the topic of age in second language acquisition. So, first of all, Carlos, do you support the idea that age is a decisive factor in second language acquisition?
Well, there have been many researchers who have done many studies focusing on this topic, and there have mainly raised two different hypotheses. One that claims that there is a critical period that goes from 3 and 4 years old until 13 and 14, and it's within this gap of 10 years that languages can be fully learned, that learners can achieve real proficiency. And there are other researchers who have stated that there is the decisive factor for learners is exposure, and I am more in favor of these ones. And for me, exposure is what really matters, because these studies have make a differentiation between a naturalistic and an instructive environment. A naturalistic would imply plenty of hours of exposure to the language, and in instructive, more or less, children and adults have the same hours of exposure, and it's in this naturalistic environment where results have shown that there is a clear differentiation between learners.
And in the learning process, are there many differences in grammar and pronunciation, for example?
Well, in my opinion, in grammar there are not so many differences. More or less, the rules are learned by children and adults at the same time and with at the same level, more or less. Whereas in pronunciation, we can see subtle differences between children and adults, and mainly, as I have just said, in a naturalistic environment. If children have the chance to be exposed to the language in these in ages around 4, 5, 6 years old, and their proficiency level increase in pronunciation a lot.
And as you have just said, that the most important differences are in pronunciation, how can learners achieve a native accent?
Well, I would rather say that having a native accent should not be the goal of anyone. Nowadays, as we have English all over the world, and in all the countries, what should matter really for a learner is intelligibility, and being learned by a Chinese English speaker or a Brazilian English speaker. It's what really matters, and not having a native accent. But if we want to sound the same as a native, the only way of doing it, for me, is being exposed since very young to the language and learn it almost as if it was our mother tongue. If not, in an instructive environment, it's very difficult to achieve a native accent. But again, for me, this should not be the goal, because I think it's not realistic. And our aim as future teachers probably should be of encouraging intelligibility and being understood by all English users around the world.
Okay, Carlos, thank you for your answers.